hate me, hate what society has made me into. This quote from David Soul, I feel, perfectly reflects the process of reflexive appraisal. Reflexive appraisal is the process in which an individual uses the actions and incantations of people around them and society as a whole to really gauge how they are as a person and paint a self-image. When I'm supposed to pick a person or an event that has significant impact or influence upon me, it's a very obvious and, while yet cliche choice for me to pick that my father was one of the most influential people in my life. My father's faith had a significant impact. So today, we're going to explore 2 lessons that my father taught me through his faith that has a significant impact upon me on a day-to-day basis, even to this day. So first, let's look at our first lesson. The first lesson that my father taught me was that you have to be aware of the consequences of your actions towards other people. One of the common stereotypes that my father had put upon him was, due to his faith of being an atheist, was that he was an angry and spiteful person. While this was farther from the truth, my father was a very kind person who enjoyed interacting with people on a day-to-day basis. And one of the comments he commonly received by being an atheist was, well, if there's no consequence after life, then what's the purpose of living your life with the fact of consequences? My father's response to this was that there was always the social contract. Just because there isn't a consequence to an action doesn't necessarily mean that it's always the right action. My father taught me this lesson at a very young age. And he said, no matter what your faith is, your actions still have an impact on what you're doing on a day-to-day basis in life. And with this, it said, you need to be aware of what your actions are and how they affect the people around you in a positive or a negative way. Because with this being your only life, as was his belief, you need to have a huge influence on the people around you in a positive way. Now, the second lesson that my father taught me was that what you're doing, you have to like it. Well, I'll never forget the day that after a soccer practice, my father sat me down at our kitchen table and asked me, do you enjoy playing soccer? And I said, yes. He said, no. Do you really enjoy playing soccer? And I answered yes again. And I asked him why he was asking these questions. And he said, it's pretty simple. If you are not doing something you enjoy, even if it does have incentives such as monetary incentive, if you don't really enjoy it, in all honesty, you're wasting your one chance at known consciousness. That one sentence has had a significant impact on my life because of how I now have lived my life in a way that I do what I enjoy because it's what I enjoy, and because I don't want to waste my life. Now, whether or not I share my father's faith is rather irrelevant, but these 2 lessons that he has imparted to me has had a significant impact upon me. The first lesson being that I have to be aware of the consequences to my actions. The second being that I have to enjoy what I'm doing or else I'm wasting my life. While yes, we should hate society for what it does do to individuals, I think Dan Soul is completely correct in saying that yes, that society is who you should blame for individuals' actions, for individuals' personalities. Because individuals are a reflection of the society around them. And we can see today that my father was a very accurate representation of who I am now today.